The last couple of years, I've just seen God really working in my heart to get more involved in outreach and just reaching. It's gone from just what can I do to I can do something, and just getting out of my seat and getting involved, seeing those opportunities daily and locally. And I'm really excited because I think now God's called me to do something globally. It's been about 1.5 years ago that I've kind of talked to Bert and told him to hold me accountable too, that I wanted to go on a short-term missions trip. And it seems like, of course, when we step out in faith or we want to do anything big for God, obstacles are going to just come in the way. And of course, that's what happened to me. Reasoning and how am I going to get the money, or this is not a good timing, it's not going to work with work situations, my family. So I kind of put it off for an entire year. And then 2014, I really just knew, God, this is it. And I really felt God calling me to go. I felt his impression to go with the youth trip to Guatemala this upcoming July. And then more questions came into my head. God, why would you want me to go with the young people? I'm an old lady now, and I'll go with the adult missions trip. And it just kept coming back into my spirit through his spirit that, no, I want you to go with the youth missions trip. So we just started praying about it as a family, and it was cool to see my family, my husband and my kids embrace that too, and just know that I was supposed to go. And it came to the point where it was like literally 3 days before the huge deposit was due, like over half the money. And we have been just doing some budgeting in our family, and I had sent out some support letters, etc. And well, quite honestly, the money just wasn't there. God, maybe this isn't the right timing. We're trying to pursue this other thing right now, and going the mission trip doesn't seem like the practical right thing to do in my life right now. In the back of my spirit, I just knew I'm supposed to go. I really feel I'm supposed to go. The next morning, knowing I needed to make a phone call to Pastor Jeremy and just basically being humble before him and saying, I don't have the money. So I made a call. And it almost like when I made that call, I almost felt like it released something in my spirit for God to work, because I made the call and we left it in his hands, and I almost expected him to say, well, maybe you're not supposed to go. But no, he said, nope, let's leave this in God's hands and see what he has prepared and planned. It was literally 3 hours later that he called me back, and just laughing and just joy in his voice, saying that somebody had come forward and donated or gave the entire amount of money for me to go on the mission trip. That's what faith is. Faith is looking at the fears that might come against you, and when you feel something like a calling to go on short-term missions in your life. And faith is doing it anyways, and knowing that God's bigger than those fears, and bigger than any obstacles or reasoning that you can put in front of him. And we give him our little peanuts or our little mustard seeds, or I know our sermon series right now, we give him the threads, and he gives us back in abundance. And when I thought there was no way, he made the perfect way.